coming to you from the library. Today I'm going to share a story with you about Little Red Riding Hood. Now there are lots of different versions of Little Red Riding Hood, but in this version, Little Red Riding Hood is a very brave girl. Little Red by Bethan Woollvin. One day, Little Red's mother called to her. "Please take some cake to your grandma," she said. "She's not feeling too well." So Little Red set off on her journey through the forest to Grandma's house. Before long, she met a wolf. "Where are you going?" he growled, which might have scared some little girls, but not this little girl. "To my grandma's," Little Red replied. "She's not feeling well." "Is that right?" asked the wolf. And he made a plan. The wolf said goodbye to Little Red, took a shortcut through the trees, and found Grandma's house, which was unlucky for Grandma. He put on her glasses and spare nightdress and climbed into her bed. And there he waited. It wasn't long before Little Red arrived and found that the door to Grandma's house was already open. She peeped in through the window. She couldn't see Grandma, but she could see a badly disguised wolf waiting in Grandma's bed, which might have scared some little girls, but not this little girl. She made a plan and went inside. "Hello, Grandma," Little Red said, though she wasn't fooled for a minute. "Oh, Grandma, what big ears you have," she said. "Oh, Grandma, what big eyes you have," she said. And, "Oh, Grandma, what big teeth you have," she said. "Why, yes, my dear," replied the wolf. "All the better to eat you with!" And the wolf leaped forward, which might have scared some little girls. But not this little girl, which was unlucky for the wolf. Here are the ingredients you'll need for Little Red's Berry Shortbread Dreams. You'll need flour, sugar, butter, and almond extract. Now, if you don't have almond extract, you could substitute vanilla. You'll also need some berry jam or jelly, it should be seedless, and some confectioner's sugar. You'll need a little bit of water too. Here are the tools you'll need to make Little Red's Berry Shortbread Dreams. You'll need a mixing bowl, a measuring cup, a measuring teaspoon, and a spoon or spatula. You'll also need a mixer. You'll need a scoop, a cookie sheet, and some parchment paper to line your cookie sheets. You'll need some kind of a spoon, maybe a wooden spoon would be best, with a handle that you can use to make a dent in the top of each one of your cookies. The dent will hold the jam or jelly. To put the jam or jelly into that nice little indentation, you'll use a Ziploc bag and a scissors for trimming off the corner. Finally, at the end, you'll make a little bit of a frosting glaze to drizzle over the top of your cookies. You could use a glass measuring cup Or you could use a small bowl and a spoon to mix that up and do the drizzling. First, place 1 cup of butter in your bowl. Add 2/3 of a cup of sugar. Add 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract. If you don't have almond extract, you could just use vanilla. Use your mixer and cream these together. Next, add 2 cups of flour. Mix to combine. Scoop balls of the dough and place them onto a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper. Use the handle end of a wooden spoon to make an indentation in the center of each cookie. This is where you'll put little red jam or jelly. It should be seedless. Place about 1/2 cup of red jam or jelly in a Ziploc bag. Seal the Ziploc bag and push the jam or jelly toward the corner. Take a scissors and cut the corner of the bag and gather the bag together so you can use this to squeeze the jelly into the little indentations you made in the cookies. Then squeeze jelly in to fill the indentations. Little Red's Berry Shortbread Dreams are ready to go into the oven. The oven should be preheated at 350 degrees. While Little Red's Berry Shortbread Dreams are cooling, you can mix up the glaze. Put 1 cup of powdered sugar into a bowl or a glass measuring cup. You want something with kind of tall sides. Add 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract. Add 2 to 3 teaspoons of water. Start with 2 and then mix. Let's add another teaspoon of water and stir. Looks like we still need another teaspoon to get the right consistency. Now we've added 5 teaspoons of water. After each teaspoon, we've tested to see how well the glaze will drizzle. And this looks just about right. We want a steady stream that runs off the spoon, but not too runny. If you get it too runny, just add a little bit more powdered sugar, and that'll thicken it up again. Now we'll take the glaze and we'll drizzle it back and forth over our cooled cookies. So Little Red's Berry Shortbread Dreams have the red jelly and the little white glaze to make them fancy looking.
Wasn't that book and recipe from Mrs. Cornett so delicious? Well, if you like that book, Little Red, you might like to check out these other ones by the same author. You know, I like them so much, I think I might just take them home and read them with my family. But before I do that, I gotta try one of these cookies. This looks good. Mrs. Corna does it again. I hope you enjoy it.
Hello, Central-Denison. If we've never met before, my name is Mrs. Kolb and I'm a first grade teacher here. If we've already met, so good to see you again. I hope you're doing well. I'm so excited today to tell you about some really cool books that have to do with the fairy tale Little Red Riding Hood. First of all, here's the classic story of the Little Red Riding Hood, and in this story, the wolf, the illustration of the wolf is so cool. He's like a little wild, crazy character. So you might want to check that book out. This book is so neat. It's called Carmine, A Little More Red, and it's actually about a little girl, and it's an alphabet book, and it goes through all the letters of the alphabet, and it brings up special words that would be found in this fairy tale. I like this one, lurking. Look at the wolf, lurking, hiding behind the tree so he can't be seen. These two stories are kind of a mashup of Little Red Riding Hood and the Three Little Pigs. So you might want to check these out. The Great Grand Plan and Red Riding Hood meets the Three Bears. We are so lucky to have these cool books here. This one is so silly. I don't even know what to say about this one except that it made me laugh. Little Red Quacking Hood? Can you believe that? There's a little duck underneath that hood. And finally, maybe for some of you older readers, you might be interested in this one. This is about two sisters who are detectives in fairy tale stories who have to go on the hunt to figure out what's really happening in here. There's some really cool illustrations in there too. So these are some fun books if you like the story Little Red Riding Hood. Now I'm so lucky and I get a chance to try one of Mrs. Corna's delicious cookies. Yum! Bye guys!